dedicated to my 8th grade girls. And I was just actually telling fellow poet over here, Kiara was gonna come up.
Yeah.
I was telling her how I had to talk to my students today because I actually caught some boys doing some not so appropriate things to the young ladies on the way back from lunch. Yeah, and I had to like explain to the girls that, you know, don't, just like they'll fight over their pencils and their notebooks and their iPods, you need to fight over your body too, because that's more valuable than anything else you own. And
yeah. Yeah.
that's the one thing can't nobody take away from you. So this is for my girls. She just can't seem to make up her mind as she tries to hide her behind her demeaning clothes were just beneath her. She was the classiest girl in a classic black voices class, but her, well, you know, just kept classifying her as fast. See, her age was 15, but her face said 20, which adds up to her body going 35, and all the boys knew they wanted to ride. Fantasies of dividing and conquering, putting thick thighs, lingered on fingertips when she rested her hands on her hips, and had every teenage boy wishing he had the number 2 stenciled on his wood so he could be her pencil. But she long since graduated from those childish things, already knew why cage birds sing, and now realized eyes are watching God while she's waiting to exhale and push herself from fatal thoughts of suicide when a rainbow was enough. But man, she was tough. Tough as nails, tough titty, tough like Tonka, carrying the dirt of the city flat on her back. Pretty was her first name, disgusting her last, shameful rendezvous with 2 grown men, one of 30, the other 32. One she called daddy, the other never even asked her to, but it's just that kind of thing she was into. So they pushed her right on through her adolescence, right into menopause, if only menopause, to see how truly disgusting they've made the Garden of Eden when it becomes the Garden of Eden. Lips that used to suckle playtex now play sexual with no latex, sucking on bottle after phallic-shaped bottle, hoping, wishing, praying she finds her happy ending, and she just sucks hard enough. Puffing and giving helps her feel nothing about living this way, giving away a lifetime full of disappointing appointments with a father who thought of her as nothing but the failure of spermicide anointment. Joint ventures take on wild adventures, 3 feet high and rising, surprising, not really realizing weed sometimes gets spelled with silent E, so violently she rips through her clothes, spilling her heart and soul to feed a decency for all the world to see, and perhaps even save, but instead we made her the slave of flavor, flavolicious, delicious behavior, showing ass like showing grass, reaps riches for Imus's bitches and hoes, while the world's soul turns cold and hollow, unflinching, like Gina Judges and schoolyard lynchings. And we just pull up chairs and stare. Unblinking, unthinking eyes wide shut, thick with hypocritical tongues wagging, legitimizing young boys bragging, calling it just a stage, and boys are just actors acting their age. Too bad too many men never have to outgrow that phase. Meanwhile, she's forced to earn her wage as court jester, hopping from foot to foot, trying her best to juggle images of being both a Madonna and a whore. And the best thing we can do for her is throw 20s at her. Had a thought. Just begging her for encores. Thank you.